I don't like a frickin' liar. I don't like a scumbag liar, you hear?
Hello, my friends, and welcome to another episode of The Dave Show. We've got a good show planned for today. I think you'll like it. We've got some good stuff out of the White House. But before we get started, as you can see, I'm wearing a Let's Do It t-shirt. It's some authentic Idle Hands merch, and you can pick up your very own in the links below. Also, please subscribe, like, share, slap that bell, tell your friends all about Idle Hands. And we'd love to have you and everybody else on board. All right, let's get to it. 10,000 subscribers. Let's do it. President Trump makes a surprise appearance during the first White House tour in a very long time. And as he leaves, the crowd erupts in chants of USA.
And I heard you were here, and I said, let's stop by and say hello. It's a group of very smart-looking people, I must say. Have fun, everybody.
That's so awesome. You never see Biden doing that. USA! USA! President Trump had his first cabinet meeting today, and it was packed to the brim with reporters and Elon Musk ready to answer questions about what he and Doge are doing and all the incredible savings that he's making for the country.
We have a mandate to do this, and this is part of the reason I got elected.
It's not an optional thing, it is an essential thing. That's the reason I'm here. And taking a lot of flack, and getting a lot of death threats, by the way. I mean, I'm like, stack them up, you know. But if we don't do this, America will go bankrupt. We bring the receipts. So people say, like, well, is this real? Just go to doge.gov. We line item by line item, we specify each item. So, and I should say, we will make mistakes. We won't be perfect, but when we make a mistake, we'll fix it very quickly.
This country has gotten bloated and fat and disgusting and incompetently run.
Wow.
That email perhaps was misinterpreted as a performance review, but actually it was a pulse check review. Do you have a pulse? Do you have a pulse and 2 neurons? So if you have a pulse and 2 neurons, you can reply to an email.
Those million people that haven't responded, though, Elon, they are on the bubble.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't say that we're thrilled about it. You know, they haven't responded. Now, maybe they don't exist. Maybe we're paying people that don't exist. Maybe they're not around. Maybe they have other jobs.
Elon Musk and Doge have already saved the taxpayers an estimated $65 billion, and other departments are jumping on the bandwagon, including the Government Accountability Office, with about 38 different areas in which they can save money for the government.
Today, the nonpartisan Government Accountability Office outlined 38 ways it thinks the feds can save money and still serve taxpayers.
Last 6 years, there's been over $150 billion every year in improper payments. That's not even the complete number.
The GAO says Congress should eliminate billions of dollars in fraud tied to entitlements like Social Security and Medicare. Also adopt new technology instead of spending more money repairing decades-old computer systems.
Now that is a must. That has to happen. If anything else in this term, that needs to happen.
It also suggests the U.S. Postal Service should change its business model and ensure Americans pay the IRS what they owe.
As assuredly as the sun has risen, the Dems are outraged, and they're starting to say some pretty outrageous things, like Trump peeing on the American people, or some kind of weird analogy.
You could pee on my leg, but don't tell me it's rain. And Trump is raining on America.
We are in the middle of a ketamine-fueled, middle-of-the-night, autocratic power grab.
Wow.
President Trump has been more of a chaos agent over the last few weeks and not shown any interest whatsoever in dealing with the unaffordability.
It's become...
If he was about to say the unaffordability of eggs, I'm going to shoot myself. He did not care about the price of eggs or groceries or rent or anything else for the whole entire Biden administration, but now he has to be outraged about that because he has nothing else.
Really hard to have an intellectual debate with any of these people because the level of stupidity that they are displaying every single day is frankly embarrassing.
Are voters having voters' remorse already?
No. I think so, and it's going to keep building given what he's doing. But chaos is up, corruption is up.
How is chaos and first of all, there's no corruption up, and it's not chaotic to look under the hood and see what the heck is going on with the engine when there's fire and smoke billowing out from underneath the hood. So yeah, come on, lady, stop your lying, because that's all you're doing.
And costs are up.
But poll guy Frank Luntz says, no, the Democrats really need to just stop with all of the resistance banter.
The Democrats are wrong by talking about resistance because the public doesn't want resistance. They simply want these things done efficiently, effectively, and with accountability.
But Dems can't help themselves. They're actually reporting that bears may kill Americans because of Trump's layoffs.
You want some information about the forest, maybe a good place to camp or trail to hike on. Sure. Maybe you're scared about bears. You come to a place like this, your local ranger station. But because of the recent firings, this one won't be open anytime soon.
Thank goodness Jesse Waters came to the rescue to squash this disinformation.
So when you go camping in a national park, Judge, the first thing you do is you go to the park ranger and ask, should I feed the bears? No.
No.
I did a little research on bear attacks and fatalities in North America. During the pandemic, we shut down the national parks and we didn't have a single park ranger.
Not a one.
You know how many people died from bear attacks that year when there were 0 park rangers?
How many?
1 American.
Wow.
When we rehired all of the park rangers the next year, 4,000 park rangers. You know how many bear attacks? 1. The amount of park rangers has nothing to do with how many people's lives they save from bear attacks. It is ridiculous.
It is. Over 100 NSA agents and other deep state players just got busted for having sex chats at work. Now, we can't go over really anything they talked about because YouTube will definitely ban this video. However, Jesse Waters covered just a little bit of what they were talking about.
This one guy had just had his manhood surgically removed. One of the weirdest things that gives me euphoria is when I pee. I don't have to push anything down to make sure it aims right. Here's another.
Brother.
Getting my blank zapped by a laser was shocking.
Wah, wah.
Fine, I'll just do one more. This one guy is talking about how excited he is that the bulge is gone and he can wear bikinis after his sex change surgeries. I know.
Well, Jesse, what we're going to do has already been done. There are over 100 people from across the intelligence community that contributed to and participated in this, what is really just an egregious violation of trust, what to speak of like basic rules and standards around professionalism. I put out a directive today that they all will be terminated and their security clearances will be revoked. But the thing here, Jesse, is like we got to take a step back because this is just barely scratching the surface. When you see what these people were saying, and thanks to Chris Rufo for putting it all out online, they were brazen in using an NSA platform intended for professional use to conduct this kind of really horrific behavior. And they were brazen in doing this because when was the last time anyone was really held accountable? Certainly not over the last 4 years, certainly not over the last 10, maybe 20 years. When we look at some of the biggest violations of the American people's trust in the intelligence community. So today's action in holding these individuals accountable is just the beginning of what we're seeing across the Trump administration, which is carrying out the mandate the American people gave him. Clean house, root out that rot and corruption and weaponization and politicization so we can start to rebuild that trust in these institutions that are charged with an important mission of serving the American people, ensuring our safety, security, and freedom.
Representative Jasmine Crockett is showing her true colors, and they are not pretty.
If you could speak directly to Elon Musk, what would you say?
Fuck off.
That's it.
Wow. Classy. Oh my gosh, I think that's an understatement. Jeez. She so smart. Not. $1,000 makeover and on a $10 hoe. That's horrible. But maybe accurate.
But we're in the minority. But so long as we stand strong and not one Democrat falters, let me tell you, there are going to be Republicans that don't want to vote for this, and they can't lose more than one vote. So long as we stand together and so long as we're here, and the Republicans, they're dysfunctional. They can't get this done by themselves.
Is this a preview to how Democrats will message leading up to 2026? Saying fuck off. Yeah.
What? She's such an embarrassment. Blue Houston gave us Sheila Jackson Lee. Blue Dallas gave us Crockett. Ay, ay, ay. What is going on, Texas? Typical DEI hire. Yeah. She is so unprofessional. Vampires to Sun. Superman can't stand kryptonite. Jasmine Crockett can't stand Elon Musk. That's funny. Who sticks their tongue out and says F off as a member of Congress? Complete trash. Yeah, I agree. That's the whole, I don't know, that subculture of like, what's her name? Destallion or something like that. I don't know what her name is, but it's totally like that. It's like, whatever. I don't know. I make it make sense. All right, Jasmine Crockett was intentionally installed in her current position to harass white people with the same tired Marxist agitprop. Is that even a word? I'm not even sure if that's a word. We've been hearing for decades the folks using her are taking advantage of her vanity and low cognition. Yeah. Yep. I think she was picked like AOC to play a character in the American Congress. That's what it feels like. The DNC likes them that way. Just parrot the talking points, don't ask questions, and vote how they tell you to. And she is an obedient little mindless soldier, that's for sure. We want her front and center, right along with AOC. More of her. Well, that could be a good strategy. After the near miss at Chicago Midway's airport the other day, a passenger is seen actually blessing the plane before she boards. This is crazy that people have to resort to this because they don't trust the planes not to fall out of the sky or crash before they land. Guess who's got a podcast?
We need to change the conversation. And that's why I'm launching a new podcast. And this is going to be anything but the ordinary politician podcast. I'm going to be talking to people directly that I disagree with, as well as people I look up to. Look, there's an onslaught of information that we take in. So let's take it to the sources without the typical political mumbo jumbo. In the first few weeks, we're going to be sitting down with some of the biggest leaders and architects in the MAGA movement.
Okay. First of all, when are you going to find time to do all this, right? Aren't you the governor of like one of the biggest economies in the world? And you guys aren't exactly doing very good. Everything's on fire. You've got druggies and crime is through the roof and the whole illegal alien protesting thing. You guys aren't in good shape, so I don't know. Next, we have a breath of fresh air. I don't know where this lady's been, but she needs to be on all the networks talking about the DEI scheme.
What do you make of what Trump has said about diversity, equity, and inclusion policies? He's basically suggested that they should be scrapped.
They should be scrapped, yeah. Diversity, equity, and inclusion are three wonderful sounding words that are, in fact, a scheme to do the exact opposite. It's to divide, and it's to create inequality. It's to revive racism, but this time against white people. It's all based on this idea that there's an oppressor and oppressed. It's what I call neo-communism, because the communism before 1989 failed. It was centered around class and economic inequality. But this DEI scheme is based on race and identity politics. And these things are terrible, and we've seen the outcome of that. So for the Trump administration to go out and say, let's get rid of this, I'm very much in favor of that.
Wow, that is incredible. Seriously, like I said before, she needs to be like on every single network. Now, of course, the mainstream media is not going to put her on because she goes against the narrative of what they've been screaming about for the last 4 years or so. But she is dropping truth bombs, and I think I'm in love. She is great. This is a perfect example of what happens when you unplug from the hive mind when you get vaccinated against the mind virus. Make the switch, 2017 versus 2020. Thank God for what he did in those 3 years. I don't know what that's in context to, but she says that I stopped hanging out with people who were bad for me, letting them influence me, self-harming, being anxious and depressed, listening to music that made me feel terrible. And that is actually a kind of a big thing. Most people don't even really think about that, but music really does affect your mood. Being angry, being lukewarm, looking like a clown. So she goes to prove that you can unhook from the hive mind and wake up and become normal again. Very beautiful woman. I'm glad she saved herself from the treacherous, lecherous left. Yes, this is the way.
The foundlings are the future. This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way.
Okay, I'm not even certain if this is going to reach outside of the United States because I'm pretty damn near certain that we're not really reaching outside of the United States anymore.
What?
But if this is for any of my international friends in the United States,
what?
Everyone is going about their lives for the most part like it's normal.
So nothing's wrong?
Because we can't stop.
Huh?
But we need help.
What?
So please don't stop fighting for us.
All of our international friends inside the United States. What is this guy talking about? I don't think he's having a great day here.
Please.
My international friends in the United States. I guess you could have international friends visiting. I'm not sure what he's talking about there. Who is supposed to be fighting for us? What kind of delusional crap are we telling kids now? The F is he even talking about? No doubt.
I don't give a fuck about Trump.
Wow.
I'm not here to talk about Trump.
Yeah.
I'm tired of hearing Trump. He needs the MAGA hat shoved right up his ass.
Wow.
They're lying to the people. I don't like a liar.
Oh, gosh.
I don't like a fucking liar.
Wow. Calling Satan. Gotta clean up on aisle 666. My gosh, she is, I think it's a she. It sounds like an old grandmother. She sounds demonic. She sounds like a serial killer. She looks like one too. My goodness.
I don't like a scumbag liar, you hear? MAGA.
Oh gosh. What the freak was one of the best TDS cases I've ever seen. Oh gosh, she was scary. Hollywood needs someone to play a demon-possessed serial killer? Bingo. Here you go. Jeez, she's seriously. Demonic possession is real. Seriously. I think we just witnessed it. She made me feel uncomfortable.
So can someone just do it? Can someone just do it?
Shut up.
Just do it.
Seriously. Just shut up.
I'm going to say this one time, and I will not be adding any further details.
Sure.
Where is Luigi? I have a list for him.
And where's the FBI and Cash? Because he has a cell for you.
I do believe in the sanctity of life, and I think that's why I felt, along with so many other Americans,
so disgusting.
Joy. Unfortunately, because it
Joy?
feels like.
Serious?
I mean,
joy in
I
a
guess I would
man's
say
execution?
maybe not joy, but certainly not empathy. Because again,
We're
this is a
watching
man
the footage.
responsible for
How can this make you joyful? This guy's a husband, he's a father, and he's being gunned down in the middle of Manhattan. Why does that make you
thousands
joyful?
of Americans that he murdered. So are the tens of thousands of Americans, innocent Americans, who died because greedy health insurance executives like this one push policies of denying care to the most vulnerable people. And the many millions of Americans that have watched people that I care about suffer and in some cases die because of lack of health care.
So should they all be killed then? Should they all be killed, these healthcare executives? Would that make you even more joyful?
No, that would not.
Well, why not?
And,
Don't lie. It totally would. But you've just shown your heart on your sleeve, my dear. And you would be gleeful if more of these executives got mowed down in cold-blooded murder.
Why are you laughing?
I think because it wouldn't fix the
You seem to find the whole thing hilarious.
I find your question
A
funny.
bloke's been murdered in the street. I don't find it funny at all.
How many genders are there?
Hi, my name is Sadie Schreiner. I'm a trans athlete that competes in track and field, and today I was supposed to be competing in Boston University's Valentine Invitational. I paid the $120. They put me on the heat sheet. They accepted my entry.
Sorry.
And I was perfectly ready to go and drive down to Boston, just like I did a year before.
Yes, but a year before Trump wasn't president, so I think they should refund your money, but you really didn't see this coming? Jeez, come
Less
on.
than 24 hours before I was supposed to step on the track to compete, Boston University sent me this email claiming that the executive order barred me from competing. Despite Massachusetts law, despite their own transgender policy, and despite me being an unattached athlete, they banned me without any investigation or discussion.
Why? Just look at you. There's no investigation that needs to be had. There's no way that you should be competing against any woman.
Which means that should any other woman be going to compete at Boston University for any reason, unattached or part of a school, they can simply say to you, we think you were assigned male at birth, and so we're not going to allow you to compete.
Just look at your jawline. Enough said.
I want to make this video to document how universities were responding to the recent executive order and show that they're not looking at federal documents, they're not looking at my passport or my birth certificate, they're not even simply calling me before banning me. They are hearing word that I was assigned male at birth, and that is enough for them to ban any athlete they want to.
Or maybe they just saw a picture of you and they have common sense.
They are not going to be the only university who takes such drastic measures. And it sets a really scary precedent for how the future of women athletics are going to work.
Yeah, they're going to be safe again for women, you freak. I mean, she's not a freak for being, or he's not a freak. I don't, whatever he is, whatever you identify as. You should not be competing against women, and it's going to keep women safe. So that's how it's going to work from now on. If you want to be this athlete, compete against men. Of course, you probably will completely be awful at competing against actual talented men in whatever sport you're competing in, but that's another story.
Because if you don't conform to what they think is a female athlete, they're not going to let you compete.
A female athlete has a vagina and had one from birth. Okay, that's pretty straightforward, I think, but I don't know. Make it make sense.
Compete.
Elon Musk were here right now. What would you tell him?
Go back where you come from.
America or
where he came from?
South Africa?
South Africa?
South Africa, right?
What? Oh, we gotta go.
Here is my transgender baby. Her name is Bella. Bella was born a boy, but now uses she, her pronoun.
What did you say?
What the did you just say?
Bella can't even talk. What are you talking about? She can't form a single word probably yet, and she's identifying to you that she's transgender?
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit.
You know, we had a thing in the video yesterday or the day before that said that there's no vegan cat in nature, right? If a cat is vegan, it's because a choice was made for that cat. Same thing with Bella here.
I am in the middle of trying to get a doctor's appointment in order to secure some medication to stop the male hormone taking over.
Man, you are one twisted f***.
Bella is
Oh,
14 months old and is thriving in her new body. Now she's able to be who she was born to be. Trapped in the wrong body at such a young age has had a massive impact on young Bella's mental health.
She doesn't... What? Her brain is still forming. She doesn't even have mental health really yet. This is kind of disgusting. And like, I really normally wouldn't advocate for such things, but I kind of think that maybe Bella needs to be taken away from this psychotic parent because she is absolutely ruining this little child's life. I guarantee you, in Bella's future is going to be the surgery, the top and probably lower surgery to completely mutilate Bella and just disfigure her or him or whatever it's going to turn out to be for the rest of its life. Oh my gosh, this is sick.
But with the right medication, we are going to get through it as a family. Just secured a grant as well to help Bella in her transition.
Grant?
So all costs have been covered.
What?
And it's such a relief. She gets to be who she wants to be.
She doesn't even know who she wants to be. Or he... I don't even remember. Okay, anyways, this is so evil.
This is all she's wanted.
No, it's not.
For years now. And we
For
couldn't
years?
be any more happier.
I get my reparations in my land. Once I get my land and my money from all of what my ancestors did for this country.
And what did they do for this country? Show me the receipts on what your ancestors really did to really bolster this country's progress. Because if they were just, you know, picking cotton or serving dishes or something inside the master's house or whatever, I'm sorry, but that's just like, I mean, believe me, I'm not for slavery, but that was their existence. If that was their existence, they just lived a normal life for their life experience at that time. They did nothing special. Just like I'm not going to be heralded for changing the fabric of America for whatever I do before I die. I'm just going to be a normal old citizen Joe. Nothing too special, just like pretty much everybody that lives and dies on this planet. So give me a break with this what my family did for this country bullcrap.
Then I'll be quiet. But until then, I feel like we should be able to talk about it. I still wouldn't be quiet.
You know, the other thing is, you're not a slave. You're not a slave, you never have been, and you never will be. So why are you entitled to any kind of money? I'm not a slave owner. Never have been, never will be. So why should I have to pay money to you? Doesn't make sense.
We're here, and we're genderqueer.
This is so fucking stupid. Like, for the second time, I'm in a coffee shop just trying to study and do my fucking homework. And like last time, my headphones were dead, so like I didn't have any headphones on, whatever. I was just gonna do my essay.
Sure.
And this like family sits next to me. It's like a dad and like his like teenage son and like teenage daughter, and they're probably like 18 or some shit. And they're sitting next to me, and like I'm not like paying too much attention, and like the daughter's like, I just like want to go, like can we just go walk around? The dad was like, no, like we need to talk about why you guys hate Trump so much. And I was just like, I could hear it. I was like, whatever. And and the dad was just like, it's because you guys need to understand, like, he's doing good because he's trying to stop the trans people who are grooming children. And the daughter was like rolling her eyes. She was like, can we please just go? Like, I don't want to talk about this. And he was like, gay people are fine, but trans people are harming children, and like he's gonna stop this. And like I literally, like, this is the second time now this has happened to me. Okay. They're sitting right next to me, and they have no fucking idea, of course. Right. So I like picked up the phone and I called my friend, and I was like loudly, I was like, guess what? Once again, some fucking idiot is next to me at a coffee shop talking shit about trans people and how they're harmful, and he has no idea he's actually sitting next to a trans person who's minding their own business.
But of course, at this point, you're not minding your own business. You had no reason to interject yourself into that family's discussion. Give me a break. How narcissistic. How... Oh my gosh, these people are retarded.
And I said this loud, and then like they kind of like were like freaking out, and they started like gathering all their shit up, like all their food and like all their drinks, and they started to stand up and leave. And so did I. I just like slammed my laptop shut, and I was just like, I can't focus and study because I have some transphobe next to me fucking crying about shit.
Well, actually, he's not next to you now because they packed up apparently and left. You know, I'm kind of thinking maybe this little back and forth didn't even actually happen. That's kind of what I'm thinking at this point. I think you're lying, my man, or my girl. I'm not even sure which way to try. Probably boy to girl. I don't know. I don't care.
He doesn't know. Like, I just popped off. I just like was like popping off. I'm like walking back to my car. Like, it's like the type of propaganda that fucking works every time. Like, for stupid people, like this shit goes so hard. Like they eat it up. They literally eat it up, and they are bewildered every single time. They're in real life, not reading headlines on the internet, and it's.
We're seeing real videos online of real trans people saying, we're coming for your children. Yeah, that's total propaganda. Or when you see real videos of real trans people and horrible parents taking their kids to freaking drag shows. Oh no, that's propaganda. That's totally made up. That never happens.
Trans person's right there, like... so sick of this.
Whatever.
Listen up, buckaroos. Women do have their own spaces, and their spaces are with trans women, and if you don't like that, then you're the one who's not the real woman, and we all know where you shouldn't be, and that's in space with other women, because you are a danger.
Wait, I totally didn't follow that at all. Who's the women not supposed to be in space with in danger of whom again? Huh? I don't know what's going on.
Charles, oh my gosh, here I am at the protest of 5051. It is so exciting to be down here with so many people, fighting the good fight and doing the good things, darlings. We have to get to the streets, make our voices heard, and don't forget, darlings, while you're doing it, stay gorgeous.
Stay gorgeous? What mirror are you looking at? He is a caricature of a woman. Give me a break. Seriously? We were supposed to take you serious? Really?
Just when I thought my day couldn't get any better, I come across this video of a plus-size influencer who I have beef with protesting in the airport.
Wow.
That the airplane seats are too small.
What? Wait, what? Why would they? Well, I mean, I guess if you're... Well, she's clearly sitting in the wheelchair, so why would they not give her a wheelchair? Unless they're afraid she's going to break the wheelchair, which... I don't know what the load capacity is for wheelchairs, but I don't know. I don't know if she's coming close or not. But I don't...
My body is not the problem. The system is. So you're telling me the airline seating is the problem and not the fact that you're 500 pounds. I used to think the whole body positive movement was about loving yourself and developing healthy lifestyles for this one body that you've been blessed with. But I am completely wrong. It's about trying to get the world to conform to your unhealthy habits. It's a slippery slope, and it's going to end in people getting diseases and dying. What's next? Are we going to start protesting stores because the doorways are too small? Oh wait, that's literally happening as we speak. The fact is, nobody's going to deconstruct and reconstruct planes, hotels, and clothing stores to fit your unhealthy habits.
No, because the world is built for people that are of normal weight and size. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, that's just the way it is. It's the way things have been built for all of history.
So if you're plus size and just mad at the world because you don't fit in certain places, the best thing you can do is make a change. You can start by stopping the blame game and doing something about your health. And if you want to feel better, live longer, and actually fit into an airplane seat, I recommend a caloric deficit. The next time you guys are protesting, maybe...
No, that's a little easier said than done. But yes, I get what he's saying. You know, I'm doing you know, the fasting thing right now. That's what I'm into. So it's working for me. But yeah, it can be tough. I mean, it can be tough. I'm just telling you, it can be tough. It can be easier said than done. Just saying, eat less. Not always easy to do.
think about what you can change, not what the world can change for you.
A lot of people were listening to the wrong people. Like Hannity. Hannity is not a journalist. Hannity is an entertainer. Oh, so is Carlson. Carlson is not he is an entertainer.
You think they like brainwashed the mass public?
Oh, well, they don't tell the truth. They don't have to tell the truth because they're journalists and it's freedom of speech.
Wait, which are they journalists or not journalists? I mean, they're not journalists. They're opinion journalists. They're not held to the same standard as regular journalists, is what I'm saying. If you want to call them entertainers, I guess, maybe, but they're clearly opinion-focused guests or hosts, you know, of their shows. And they don't try to pretend to be journalists.
Who do you like to listen to as a journalist that tells the truth?
Well, I really like Morning Joe in the morning, and I like Rachel Maddow in the evening.
Gosh.
I trust what she says because she's a very intelligent lady.
Dude, she has a lookalike you might want to look into. His name is Michael Knowles. Have you ever heard of Michael Knowles?
No.
You should look into him. He kind of looks like Rachel Maddow.
Really?
Yeah, you might actually like him.
Does he have a program on YouTube?
Yep, on YouTube. It's the Michael Knowles Show. You should look him up.
Yeah. Okay.
It's time for Dave's Detox. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Just let go. That's gotta feel good for the dog. Oh, no. Nice. Just chilling. What? He's trying to psych out the cat. Oh no. Oh gosh. What's going out of his eyes? Come here. Come here, buddies. That probably does feel pretty good. Aww. So happy to see his little buddy. Oh no. Every time. Nice. That's a little creepy. The eye shine? Why is there a ferret in the crib? Oh gosh.
Lefty.
What's going on there? All right. Well, hey, listen, I hope you enjoyed that detox. I know I did. If you did enjoy this episode, please like, subscribe, slap that bell around, boom, boom, and always know when I put up another video just like today. And until the next episode, have a great day. Stay safe and know that you are loved and appreciated. All right. Be good and be good to others.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear.